What is crack-a-lackin', everybody? JT the OCG, and we are here. We're playing opening day. You can see our roster. This is our opening day roster. We're not playing with DH, so usually with the DH thing, I kind of put like our starters in here per position. It just makes it easier if there's an injury where I could kind of like replace them. But here's our main injury. I also have like if people had like the socks. I don't like the high socks that they have, so I basically put everybody that had high socks into a low stirrup. I like the low stirrups. I like the 3 bands of the yellowish gold for the Pirates. So, but here's our lineup. It basically is what you saw in the opening day spring training. We got Gamble leading off, although he's not the greatest leadoff guy. He's more of a good number 2 guy. Van Meter, we're starting off at the second spot, but I think that's going to be tenuous depending on how other players do. Reynolds, Brian Hayes being our number 4 hitter is just is not something I would like. Again, I would love him to be like our number 7th hitter. But he did have a pretty good spring. Vogelback is 5. Swaggerty is number 6. Perez, our catcher, 7th. And then Newman taking over for O'Neill Cruz, who is injured, but he'll be back soon, is going to be our number 8 hitter. Depending on Van Meter does, and I think with left-handers, I should have Newman up there. Yep, and then Chavez takes over first base against left-handers. Our bench is, we got Greg Allen, of course, the aforementioned Chavez, Michael Perez, Mraznik, and Ho Park is just filling in until O'Neill Cruz is healthy. We'll try to get him into at least one start before O'Neill Cruz comes back. Don't want to just have him as a pine rider, as it's usually called. Our pitching rotation. We're going to have Kitana be our number 1 pitcher. Why is Bryce Wilson here as number 2? Actually, I'm going to switch this up. Okay. I'm actually going to have Mitch Keller be our opening day starter. Quintana here. There. Ronzi, we're going to make number 4. Bryce Wilson, I think we're going to replace him with Zach Thompson. Thompson had a better spring training. So we'll put Bryce Wilson in the bullpen for now. I know he was injured, but we'll see. Krisky, one of the guys that there's very few spots on some teams where you're just looking to see who's going to make the opening day roster. Krisky was the one. Basically, you're the only one. So Krisky is the guy who, due to a great spring training, made our team. And he's going to be our long relief pitcher. Like I said, you put 2 guys into the long relief spot. You keep the second setup spot open because it is broken. Underwood right now is going to be our setup guy, so that means he'll come in the later innings, and then Bednar will come in the 9th. And then we got Banda, Crow, and Chase DeJong. They all had decent spring trainings, but again, I'm not sure about our bullpen. There we go. And we're going to be facing Adam Wainwright and the St. Louis Cardinals. But before we do that, I got to check St. Louis. I'll be back. I did check, and oh my goodness, Yadier Molina has a broken hand. He's going to be out 1 to 2 months. Ooh. Oh, this is supposed to be his last season. Him and Wainwright should be going off to the pastures beforehand. And then, of course, you have us. O'Neill Cruz is going to be back in about a week. But that's it. So Ninzer is going to be starting a catcher. Let's get to it.
Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Sandwiched between Mazeroski Way and the Roberto Clemente Bridge, welcome to PNC Park. opening day baseball on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shum. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
Just about set to go down. And today's starter, Mitch Keller. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on. But he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
The pitch. Lifted in the air, out to left. Gamble under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience in it.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boo. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
No score, just getting started, top of the first. Next offering is down low.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
And a pitch. That one the other way. He hauls it in. 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. That one misses in the dirt. In the air, right field. Slugger makes the catch, and that'll do it. Middle of the first, and now the Pirates will take their turn to score this ball. Bottom of the first, and towing the slab, the guy with the big yacker, the yellow hammer, Uncle Charlie, Adam Wainwright. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out in the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. At the plate for Pittsburgh,
The left
Ben
fielder.
Gamble.
Ben Gamble.
Pitch. That's hard hit on the line. O'Neill racing over to make the catch.
Batting second,
We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. The challenge for him today, Siggy, elevating the baseball against this sinker baller that's on the mound.
Yeah, that's the challenge, but it also might affect the way they approach base running in this one, Boo. You get a runner on first, you anticipate trajectory down, and when the ball's in the dirt with a good secondary lead, you break for second. So whether it's a stolen base or not, you stay out of the double play, get that runner in a scoring position, and that can help you put more runs on the board.
BID, ball in dirt. Bounce to the right side. Over to Goldie. 2 up, 2 down.
batting third, the center fielder, Brian Reynolds.
2 outs, base is empty. And now here is Brian Reynolds. In the air, left field, down the line. O'Neill makes the catch, and that'll do it. Down Down in order go the Pirates. Scoreless after 1. And a payoff pitch. The punch out there. Back-to-back strikeouts. Left-hand hitter waits. To the right side. Edman handles the chance. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. And the right-hander deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it. Catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. You know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Stepping in, Adam Wainwright. In there for strike 1. And fouled off. Line the other way. That's a fair ball and down the right field line and towards that corner. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And he's there with a double.
Well, always a little boost and a bonus when you can get a productive result from the pitcher spot. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And it's second. Liner, base hit. Wainwright headed for the plate. Relay throw, not in time. He's safe as they jump ahead. A run scores.
You got to get on your horse and get to that thing and get it back in because he's going to come barrel around first. He's going to put pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, he's going to make you look silly and end up on second base. Catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Bounce to the left side. Throw pulls him off the bag and he's safe.
Well, opening day is an exciting one for everyone on the field. There's some nerves involved. They haven't had a chance to settle into the season quite yet. Quality of play can sometimes be just a little sloppy. I'm sure making an error right out of the gates isn't the best feeling to start the year. He's got to turn the page quickly.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And the batter now, Mitch Keller. Puts a bunt down. Goes to second. Safe there. Here's Ben Gamble. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
He gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
The pitch. Base hit, 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. It's 2-1. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Nice line drive to the full side, headed out front, but just straight through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Right-hander kick steals. That one is absolutely belted. Hits the top of the wall. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score. And they're up by 3. A 2-run double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
And here it comes. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Ripped on a line. Can't get there. Base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Oh, the throw is wild. The 2-1. Drilled in the air. Right field. Way back there. And that is out of here. A solo shot. His first homer of the year. It's 4-3. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And there's 2 away.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then threw that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Two outs, base is empty. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Tyler O'Neill. Caught looking his first time up. Next pitch is popped up. And the inning is over. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Pirates 4 and the Cardinals 3.
You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Travis Swaggerty with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
That's ripped. Base hit. O'Neill to third. He is safe.
That could be a really tough pitch to handle. Front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed, didn't spit off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Saved with second with a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, and it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Up the middle. Edman picks it up, and that'll do it. Pirates strand a couple. They hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same-side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off. And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step. And that's why he makes so many great plays. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even enough to think about.
Here goes the runner. Ball outside. Throw to second, and he's safe. That was close. But StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So 1 left for Pittsburgh, and it remains a 4-3 game. Back here at PNC Park, bottom of the 6th inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Travis Swaggerty.
The right fielder, Travis.
The right-hander back to work.
Swaggerty.
Just missed. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Gone! Travis Swaggerty with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. And who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way could be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just to take it on his back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Oliveras, and being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Adam Wainwright will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals,
Now
Nick
pitching for the
Wickbridge.
Cardinals.
And he'll do his best to
Number
keep this
30,
close.
Nick.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're
Wickbridge.
talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Pirates with a new arm on the
Your
mound,
attention,
Brooks
please.
Krisky. And he'll do his best to hang on to this lead.
Number 57, Brooks Krisky.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 1 down. Up. The 0-2. And that chance handled. Gets it to first. 3rd out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
A discussion happening at home plate now, and I think they're making a double switch.
Your
Zach
attention,
Thompson
please.
on to pitch now
These
as he'll move into the
changes for
8th
St.
spot
Louis.
in the lineup
Now
with the double
pitching
switch
and
here.
batting in the 8th slot.
Ali Sanchez.
Number 57.
He'll move into the 9th spot in the
Zach
lineup.
Thompson.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make the call with that last pitch. But neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Next pitch is outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Van Meter around 3rd. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 6-3.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. What a second save.
Not only are these guys applying some pressure on the defense, it looks like they're trying to have a big inning with that steal of second. Now 2 guys in scoring position. This could be the start to a nice round.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Will Crow trying to protect this lead.
Will
Next offering upstairs.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. Get to the ninth, got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. And that'll do it. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Pirates 6 and the Cardinals 3. Now they turn to Giovanni Gallegos. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 65, Giovanni.
So digging in, Kevin Newman. Now he breaks his bat, calls it in, and there's one away. Pinch hitter coming on. Greg Allen looking to start something with one gone.
Number 24, Greg Allen.
David Bednar gets handed the rock out of the pen, and he'll work on holding this lead.
Number 51, David.
Welcome back. Here's a big power throw. Paul Goldschmidt.
Leading off for St. Louis, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here comes the pitch. This ball's chopped in the ground. Vogelback picks it up. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
We've got to love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bat. I mean, there's a lot going on between the first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
Here's Nolan Arenado. That is strike one.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Way inside, gets out of the way. And the righty deals. Swings through that one for strike two.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The other way, and a base hit right there. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Bednar, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The tying run at the plate. On the ground, right side. Off balance feet, there's one. Safe at first, they won't get him both, and the runner comes in from third.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
The 1-2. Swings and misses, and there's two away.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Corey Dickerson, runner on first with 2 gone.
Number 25, Corey Dickerson.
And the right-hander deals, and he walked him.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way out.
So they're making the move for a bat off the bench. Albert Pujols. He represents the go-ahead run.
Albert Pujols.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. 6-5 back within a run.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ali Sanchez. And he's already singled in this game. Pitch misses inside. And that is ball one. Two on, 2 outs. That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. Get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Popped up first base side. And he's got Dalton. Take the season opener and move to 1-0.
Well, even though these guys got the win and this guy got the save, you can tell he's a little dejected. Not the performance that he wanted, giving up a couple of runs. But in the end, better be happy that you got the W. The team can go to the clubhouse and celebrate this victory.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
One error, they left 7 men on base. For St. Louis, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Our paid attendance at PNC Park this afternoon, 38,362. The Pirates thank you for attending today's game and remind you to please drive home safely.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Greg
Leading
Allen.
off tonight for Pittsburgh, the left fielder, Greg
The pitch.
Allen.
The pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks
Leading
in the
off tonight
past.
for
It's an
Pittsburgh,
issue once again
the
early
second
on.
baseman.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. There's a ball, and that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Out to short. Farmer gloves it to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting third.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
Ryan Reynolds here. And a 3-2. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called. Here's the Pirates lineup now. Their opponent on the mound today does run into some trouble finding the strike zone at times. So, Singy, I got to figure part of the plan, be patient, be selective today.
Yeah, you know coming in, regardless of, what that first inning is going to look like, You know his history. You don't want to help him out. You've got to be patient and make sure that when you attack that it's a pitch that you can do some damage with. Otherwise, just build up some traffic on the base pass, push across some easy runs, and perhaps get into some of those gap arms in the bullpen.
Michael Chavis comes up empty with a swing there. Batting here with one away. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. But he beats it. Good hustle. And the inning continues.
That is good. The first baseman, number 13, Key Brian Hayes.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Next pitch is popped up. And that is that. Pirates strand a couple. And now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the first, getting the nod in this one. Zach Thompson, what do you look for here?
Oh, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
At the belt and fires. Got him. And that's the first out.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches in battles. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count up as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
Reynolds makes the grab. Out number 2.
Batting third.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Line drive, base hit, and that keeps the inning alive. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Snags it on the run, and that is that. Second inning set to go. Here's a speed threat. O'Neal Cruz.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the shortstop, O'Neal Cruz.
Williamson back to work. 0-1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
And a pitch. Drilled in the air. Right field. Way back there. And that is out of here. He circles the bases. His second of the year. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to.
Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. Here's Chavis now. And a foul ball. The pitch. And that one hammered back there. And it hits the fence. Chavis into second, and he's got a double.
Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing. Just couldn't get it over the fence, but I absolutely loved everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Brian Hayes, the next to hit. That one ripped. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Pirates lead 1. They're on top, 1-0. Well, there's a sign from the crew chief. We are officially in a rain delay, as they'll put the tarp on the infield and hope this one passes quickly.
Well, the goal is to resume play within the hour, so that leaves these managers with a bit of a decision. And will they be able to keep their pitchers in the game or not? So we'll have to see on the other side, folks.
Leading off for the
Back
Reds,
here in Cincinnati. Here's the pitcher, Brandon Williamson. The 3-1. Ground ball up the middle, and there's a hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. So that's hit number 1 of his major league career. Not sure how many more of those he'll get, but it's still cool for him for sure.
Yeah, pitcher or not, that first career hit is one of the most special you'll ever get. Every person that's played this game at one point swung the bat. I think he'll have the ball front and center on his trophy case for a long time.
Josh Van Meter. He'll take over at second base after the injury.
Now playing second base.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Tommy Pham went down up.
The first baseman, number 19.
Joey Votto, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Williamson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Rips that one to right. Swaggerty makes the catch, and that'll do it. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They're down 1-0. And a 4-pitch walk. And here comes the pitcher.
That just came apart right there. A 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Now it's going to be Zach Thompson. He popped out his first time. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Squares the bunt, but that rolls foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And the pitch. Big stack center field. Swaggerty rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they take a 2-run lead.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early, stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Chases that one out of the zone. Now 2 away.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Way back there. And it's gone! Home run! Mike Moustakas goes deep, and they're on the board. It's 2-1. There's a foul ball. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yep, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. His second of the year, and we're all square. It's 2-2.
Is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing go.
Farmer, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Comebacker to the mound. On to Chavis. And that will end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. 2-2 game. Line to left. Just inside the line, and it's down for a knock. Now he turns and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Out towards left center. Senzel on the move to his right. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. Runner tagging for third. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, O'Neill.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brandon Williamson out of the game. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Pitcher for the Reds, Justin Wilson. And he'll be dealing with a runner on third.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's O'Neill Cruz.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Runner! Pham on the move. Pitching for a strike. Go to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
They'll try to get into scoring position with a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
And they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Vladimir Gutierrez. This is his 3rd time out this year. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and leadoff batters on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And now 1 away.
Good pitch right there.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Wilson. And this is his season debut.
Wilson.
The wind of the pitch. There's the strike, and the count is 3-1. Here comes the pitch.
Here we go.
And a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Pulls up and it drops for a hit.
Ultimately, this is a strategic game plan. You expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation. He knew he had a little wiggle room at the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, where they'll talk it over. Got him! Inning over. So 3 left for Cincinnati. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. And now a meeting near home plate, so it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Ross Detwiler on the pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup with the double switch here. Albert Almora Jr. He'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup. Welcome back. New inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Josh Van Meter.
Albert Almora.
Pitch. That one the other way. Makes the catch. One down.
The center fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds now at the plate for the 4th time tonight. And now the lefty in the air, left field. Fan gets under it and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And now. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Bucks go down quietly. Score remains 2-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's Albert Almora Jr.
Leading off for the Reds, the center fielder, Albert
Wilson back
Almora.
to work. Race down the line, took the extra bases. And that goes into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. Cruz with a relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Runner leads away at second. In the air, foul off first. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's one away.
The first baseman, number 19,
Joey Votto will hit next.
Going out there and doing damage.
Ground ball right side. That's a base hit. And that's going to get into the corner. One comes in for second. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty far through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Mike Moustakas.
now batting, the third baseman, Mike.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He made him pay for that one. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2. Siggy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. Got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down now, and here is Aristides Aquino.
The right fielder, number 44, Aristides.
And fouled off. Ball 1 there.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
Next pitch misses way outside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Tap to first. Chavis collects. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer. It's now 5-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. T.J. Antone. This is his first appearance of the season.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Ready to begin the 8th at the plate for Pittsburgh. Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Leading off for the Pirates.
Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
On the ground. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. That one lifted to left. Fan under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Travis Swaggerty.
Up next for the Pirates, Travis Swaggerty. Right-hander kick steal. And there he goes. This one in the air, right field. Aquino puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Reds 5 and the Pirates 2. Line drive. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, DJ.
So they turn to a bat off the bench for the pitcher, Colin Moran. Looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Moran.
Next pitch is popped up. Hayes settles underneath it. And that is that. And 1-2-3 go the Reds. And it remains 5-2.
Your
Back
attention,
it's the
please.
top of the 9th. And
Now
there's a new pitcher on the mound. Art Warren.
Number 77, Art.
Back here in Cincinnati. All set to start the 9th in this one. And here's the catcher, Michael
The
Perry.
catcher, Michael Perez.
In the air out towards right center. Now Moore on the move to his left. It's the grab on the right. Going up and down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now a
Ladies and
pinch hitter
gentlemen,
coming out
your
for the
attention,
Pirates.
please.
Jake
Pinch hitting
Marisnik.
for Pittsburgh.
1 out, the base is empty.
Number 41, Jake Marisnik.
And the righty deals. And he walked him.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good
Now
question.
batting, the left fielder.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. And the 1-0. Lifted in the air, right center field. Aquino on the move to the gap. And there's 2 away.
The batter, the second baseman, Josh Van Meter.
And at first, here's Josh Van Meter. Another move to first. And he's back again. Again to first. Right into the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss.
The Valkyrie's first-year save deserves to be on display at his house. It's kind of like when a restaurant brings its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Schaumburg. Talk to you soon.
See what I can do right quick. My people were made of who's like this. Boy fly, they never flew like this. King's fabric, linen and silk. From the home of the hot gold, honey and milk. The ones who built it from the mud, soil, and sand, a black man. The world that is good at his hand.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Pirates, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Okay, after those 2 great games, we basically have been losing. So we swept the Cardinals. We took 2 or 3 from the Reds. Then the Cardinals came back, took 2 or 3 from us. Well, actually, we split 2-2. Actually, that was a 4-game series. And we just lost to the Cubs. And the next game we'll have is Quintana versus Stroman. Stroman's been, oh my God, he's been lights out. 2-0. 13 strikeouts in 15 2/3 with nada ERA. Quintana not doing great, giving up the long ball. But that's it for the big, so far in April. But we'll face the Cubs because they are one of our big division rivals. Let's look at the injury bugs. And you can see the injury list. Van Meter's got a blister on his finger. Newman strained oblique. He'll be back in a couple of days. St. Louis still have Yadier. Steven Matz has elbow inflammation, so he's got a couple of times on the DL. Malcolm Nunez, one of their decent prospects, got a lot of power. Actually, he was the one traded for Quintana. So he's in the Pirates organization in real life. Anyways, Rian Nelson, Cole Tucker, one of our former guys. Ketel Marte, he got hurt in spring training with a broken hand. Dodgers, Walters, Bureaus, nothing big. Weathers, strained pectoral. Jacob Nix, Alex Wood, pulled leg muscle. Tyler Rogers, he got hurt like the first week of spring training, shoulder separation, so he'll be back next month. Mike Ford, fractured arm. Tristan Cassis just has that. Nick Pivetta, pulled leg muscle. He'll be out for about 10 days or 15 days. Nick Anderson, lower back pain. Taylor Walls, fractured hand. He'll be out 2 or 3 months. It's a little long for a fractured hand, but I don't know. Tyler Frank down their minors. Hyunjin Ryu, shoulder tightness. He'll be back in about a week. Dylan C, strained oblique. He'll be back in 6 days. Austin Meadows and Victor Reyes. So they got some leg injuries. Alberto Mondesi doing what he does best, going on the DL. 1 to 2 months with a broken finger. Luis Reyes has a fractured hand. He'll be out 1 to 2 months, which is a little bit more reasonable than 2 to 3 months. Ober with a back muscle. Chris Archer has a broken hand, 1 to 2 months. Michael Brantley, a shoulder tear. At his age, he's 34 years old. That might be the end of his career, which would be horrible. He's a career 299 hitter. He was hitting 361 this year. Urquidy, he was hurt in spring training. He'll be back next month. Jesse Winker, Mitch Haniger, shoulder separation, and Taylor Trammell, torn ACL, 6+ month. So the Mariners are having bad injuries to their outfield already. Knee sprain for Corey Seager. He'll be back next game. John Gray, Taylor Hearn, so their rotation's hurting. Charlie Morton, Max Fried, fractured forearm, so he'll be back next month. James McCann, Carlos Carrasco, torn labrum. How old is he? 35. I think that's the end of his career. He had a nice he didn't really have a nice comeback, but in real life he had a nice comeback this year. But here, I think he's gone. I think he's done. And Freddie Peralta, he'll be back. So that's about it. The standings. Let's start with the East. We got the Mets 9-2 in first place. Braves. The Tritons are 5-7. The Phillies 4-6. Nationals 2-9. No big surprises there. Brewers 8-4. Cubs are a bit of a surprise at 7-3. We are a surprise at 7-4. The Cardinals are a surprise at 4-6. Reds are not a surprise, 1-10. Dodgers 7-4. I'm surprised they're not running away with it like they usually do in MLB The Show. Boy, can you say, San Diego Studio? Can you say a little bias to the LA teams? Dodgers and Padres usually do much better in this game than they do in real life. If you use the default rosters, I do not, so screw them. The Giants 7-5. They're hanging in there. Rockies 6-5. Now that is a surprise. And the Beavers 3-8. Not too big of a surprise. The East, the new Montreal Expos 7-4. Blue Jays 7-4. Yankees 6-6. Ooh, Aaron Boone, your job. Orioles 5-6, and the Red Sox 5-6. That one's going to be a tight race, I'll tell you. Depending on injuries, we'll see. The Indians 8-3. White Sox 7-3, Tigers 5-7, Royals and the Twins are a big surprise. They're supposed to be back healthy and competing, but apparently not. Astros 7-4, which is a surprise. They got 2 key injuries to Urquidy and Brantley. Mariners 6-5. I don't think that's going to last with all their outfield woes. Angels 6-6. Athletics 6-6, and the Rangers 3-9. So the Athletics are pretty much a surprise so far this year, battling 500. And that's it. Let's look at the statistics. We'll look at our statistics. Brian Reynolds batting .289 with 2 homers. The thing is, he's striking out quite a bit. 13 strikeouts so far in 11 games. Cabrian Hayes batting .214. He's got 2 homers, though. So I'm presently surprised at that one. No walks, 8 strikeouts, only a double. So not really good on the slugging. Travis Swaggerty. This young man has really surprised me. You saw earlier his first major league hit. Then followed up by his first major league home run. He hasn't hit a home run yet, but he's batting .324. He's got 5 walks and 7 strikeouts, and a triple. So good for him. Ben Gamel batting .244, no homers, Has 1 stolen base, only 4 walks and 14 Ks, so not great for a leadoff man. Roberto Perez batting 200. With a homer, 3 RBI. What are you gonna do? He's got a couple doubles, I believe. No, he doesn't. Thought he did. Oh, I'm thinking of Michael Chavez, who is our first base, third base guy. Van Meter, not doing good at all. Batting 125. And with Kevin Newman hurt, he's our starting second baseman. Greg Allen, 182. I mean, he's hitting the ball pretty well. It's just right to somebody. Daniel Vogelbach, this is a surprise. Batting 269, 3 homers. You saw the one game where he was 0 for 4 strikeouts. He's kind of curtailed that one. So he's got 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. But the only thing is all he hits is home runs. He's not really going to hit some doubles. Chavez here, 227 with a homer. 1 walk, only 8 strikeouts. He's got 3 doubles. O'Neal Cruz, he's a pleasant surprise here. 3 homers, 345. No walks, 6 strikeouts, and a double. Kevin Newman was batting 333 before the injury. Marisnik batting only 111 after having a pretty good spring training, Marisnik. And then you got Hoy Park, who's playing because Newman's hurt. He's up. Perez doing great as our backup catcher. Has only been in 3 games, batting 375. Our pitchers, Roansy Contreras doing great. 2.4, 4 walks, 13 strikeouts, 2-1. Brubaker actually doing pretty decent. 1.93, walking a little bit too much. 7 walks, 16 strikeouts. Quintana giving up too many home runs. Zach Thompson did pretty good, even though you saw him in the Reds game. That rain delay kind of killed his momentum in that game. Will Crow doing okay. Mitch Keller not doing so good. After that opening day, great game, going toe-to-toe with Adam Wainwright, he's kind of faltered, giving up some home runs. Underwood doing pretty darn good in what he's doing. Bernard, after that first game, has basically converted all his saves. Banda doing good in his limited time. Chase DeJong doing great. Bryce Wilson not doing good at all. Chris Key, I'm glad I brought him up, doing very well. And Chris Stratton doing okay, but it keeps on giving walks up at that clip. I'm not sure if it's going to last. And they're the reason we're in first place, is our pitching is actually overachieving. Yeah, and there's that. That's it. So anyways, we'll finish April in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Get up my interlawn.